Good morning, everyone. How are you? What a beautiful Saturday morning here in New Mexico, in Albuquerque. Welcome to Margaret's Kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia, Tu Sangre es Tu Sangre, my wonderful, beautiful cookbook that I feel so blessed to have been able to do this. You know what? And thank you to everyone who has ordered it. There's only a few left on my website, so if you haven't gotten yours, get yours now, because I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and reorder more and stuff. I may just go ahead and start working on another one. But anyway, so thank you. Welcome to my kitchen. And today I'm going to be making some pastelitos that my husband's grandmother, she used to make when she lived with us many, many years ago. And so anyway, so I'm going to do a double batch and stuff, but I just want to thank God for this beautiful, beautiful day, and and just know that having faith is everything. Just having faith is everything. I know that's what's gotten me through so many of my own obstacles and stuff in my life. But anyways, good morning, everyone, and welcome again to Margaret's Kitchen. Again, I made a fruit compote last night. I guess it's called like a fruit compote. Anyways, I had some apples, old apples in the refrigerator, and then I did some grapes. I had some grapes, and I had some strawberries, and I went ahead and cut them up, peeled the apples, cut up everything, cut the strawberries in four. The grapes, I left them whole. They were small. And what I did is I used my pan that you all see on top of the stove. I always have that pan. I love that pan. Anyways, I put them in there, and I put 4 cups of water. I did 4 cups of water more because I knew I was going to leave it boiling for a long time on a low boil. Anyways, and I put 2 cups of sugar, and then I put 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and I mixed it with about a 1/4 cup of water, and I poured it all in there and stuff. I put a tablespoon of lemon juice, and then and that's pretty much it. So anyways, that's what I did. I let it come to a boil, and I just let it cook on low until it got that thick, wonderful consistency and stuff. Let me show you the consistency of it. It's just amazing. My husband tasted it last night, and he was just like, oh my God, that is so good. Anyway, so this is what it looks like and stuff. So that's what I did. And like I said, I had some fruit there that I wasn't going to use for anything else. So I just decided to do that instead of it going waste or anything like that. Anyways, this is a dough hook. A dough spatula. So instead of getting your hands in here, I'm going to show you how to use this. And it is so nice. It's a Dutch dough spatula and stuff. So anyways, but we're New Mexicans, and we like to use our hands. And so anyways, so I may end up using my hands at the end. But anyways, let's get started. And hey, everybody, do your squats. Do your squats. Do your squats. And then I wonder why my legs are burning at night, right? Do your squats. Do your squats. Try to exercise. Roll your shoulders. Roll your shoulders, because you know what? Lately, wow, it just really relieves the stress. So anyway, so while I'm done with that, I am gonna, I have my pan in here because I was gonna fry some eggs. Anyways, I'm gonna start my oven. And I'm going to preheat it to 400 and stuff. So I'm going to let it go for a while and stuff, because when you do that, it's a long. So anyways, this is 4 cups of self-rising all-purpose flour. So I'm going to start it with the 4 cups of flour. And then this is 2 3/4 cups of shortening. And this is Crisco. As everybody knows, who doesn't love Crisco, right? And stuff. So anyways, that's what this is. It's all Crisco. So I cut it into little cubes. I needed my nut for later. And so that's this. I'm going to put this in the sink. And then I just put a teaspoon of sugar. And this is a double batch. Should be enough for my pan. And if it isn't, it's okay. And then 2 teaspoons of salt. Seems like a lot of salt, ¿verdad? Anyway, so anyway, so then what I'm going to do now is use my pastry blender. Usually I like to use my hands too, but pastry blender is good to use, especially when you're making stuff like this and stuff. So anyways, so just use your pastry blender, and you're going to blend in your shortening into your flour, and until it becomes little tiny crumbs. I've had this pastry blender for such a long time. I think I've had it since, oh my God, at least 25, no, probably longer, like 35 years and stuff. So it's a blender that I love. It's simple. I don't know, maybe I don't use it right, who knows, but I've had it forever and stuff. And so sometimes we all get a little nervous using certain tools, and this is one tool that does that to me and stuff, but it's good to use. It's really good to use. So good morning, welcome. Those that are just joining us, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen, Cocinas de mi Familia. Comidas de mi Familia. Tu Sangre es Tu Sangre, my wonderful cookbook and authentic New Mexico cooking and stuff. So a lot of our recipes have been handed down from generation to generation and stuff. So, I'm excited to be able to share all of that with all of you, strangers and family and friends, all alike. So anyways, welcome again to my kitchen and stuff. So see how it's crumbling really nice. So I could just get this one off, so we can crumble the rest. So anyways, last night, hey, I made, it was like really cool. I made Italian sauce. It's like a spaghetti sauce. You can use it for your spaghettis, or like my uncle did. He used it for his macaroni, and he loved it. I mean, he just loved it. He even told me, he goes, I need another jar or two. And so anyways, so I said, of course. And then I made, we have a lot of cherry tomatoes, a lot of tomatoes, period. So, it's my own version of Italian sauce. But let me tell you, it tastes amazing. It really does taste good. And stuff. So anyways, and then I jarred some salsa. So I did a boiled salsa, and I didn't take pictures of it. I will with the next batch. But anyways, I didn't take a whole lot of pictures. So anyways, so I did that. And then, that was all last night, imagine. So then what I did is, it was so funny because right after that, we decided, I had been craving calzones. We were in New York many years ago. This was in, 2000 and... No. It was in 1996. That was the first time I went to New York. And anyways, and we tried the calzones. Oh my God, they were monsters. And so it was so funny because last night I made the monsters. I made all the monster calzones. So hubby and I had a blast making them and stuff. It was just him and I, but he made a couple of small ones, and then I made big ones, just to remind us about when we were in New York, and we tried the calzone. We stayed at the St. Regis back then, and it was nice. It was different. New York was very different for us. That was the first time I think either one of us had ever been there, and so it was nice. So anyways, so that's the first time we had tried the calzones, and anyways, they came out really good, let me tell you. Anyways, I ended up freezing 2 of them because, boy, we couldn't eat them all and stuff, even though we wanted to try, let me tell you. So anyways, this is ice water. I put ice in here, and you take only about 4 to 8 teaspoons at a time for one batch. And this is a double batch, so it's like 16 teaspoons of water. I hope you guys are counting. So there's 8 right there. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to just do this for now, and then I'll wash my hands real quick so I can show you how to use the dough handle. I just wanted to make sure that was all where I wanted it. You touch it and make sure you don't feel no granules or anything like that. Make sure everything, anyways, I do. But anyways, so there's your, so anyways, you get your dough. This, isn't it? This is like really cool. Look at how it all comes together. And everything goes through. It's like really the neatest gadget. Okay, so we're going to need more water. So the water's always a variable. So you never know how much you're going to really use. And it has to be ice water. And you know what? I cook for our family, and you know, I mean, we're going to have company. Of course, I cook. So everything is always a hit and miss. Always, no matter what you're doing. Even your tortillas. You could think that your dough came out perfect and your tortillas come out all aguadas and stuff, you know. But anyway, so, oh yeah, look at this. So anyways, but, so see, it just goes right through. Look at this. Nice, nice, nice. Look at this. And I'm going to probably use all this water. Like I said, everything's always a variable and stuff on how your dough is. So sometimes you'll use more water than, just always depends, I guess, on the weather. Who knows? So anyways, but anyway, so yeah, so we've had a interesting week, you know. I mean, there's always something going on and stuff. Today we have a birthday drive-by parade for my niece Juliana, and she wanted a drive-by. They're going to have a drive-by pizza birthday parade for her, which we're going to go a little late because I decided to do this. I'm going to pour this out right here. Okay. So this actually was, let me see. Oh, it was about almost a half a cup of water. So I'll just put more just in case. And so sometimes you end up using more water. I don't know what it is, but sometimes it's just like that. And you're probably saying, just use your hands. Why are you using that thing? But it's just nice. Look at how it's all come together. So it just makes sure that everything is so well blended. So it's taking more water, which is okay. You know, everything is always, you'll know the difference. If you've made pie crust, you know, sometimes the water is just, you end up using more. And Josie's grandmother, you know, she'd say, oh yeah, maybe a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Sometimes it's more, she'd say, you know, because in the rancho, she said everything was different at the ranch for her and stuff. My mother never made pastelitos. Not, you know, that's not something she did. We just have mostly bizcochitos with my mom and chile rellenos and, you know, and the tamales and stuff during the Christmas. Look, it's coming. Look at this. Yay. You see, it just took more water. It's all good and stuff. But anyway, so, so this is just a wonderful Dutch dough hook. Spatula. I keep saying hook. And so it's nice. Let me see. I'm just going to pour this in here. And because I do have a double batch, you know, and stuff, so it is taking a little bit more water. And so, and when you're doing everything live, see, I do it live. My videos are not edited. One day I'll learn to do that. So everything is always maybe not, you know, and stuff. And so, and I'm good with that, you know, I am good with that and stuff. So anyways, you know, it just all falls off. Anyways, I'm going to put my hands in here because what I want to do now is I want to feel the consistency with my hand and then bring it all together. Oh, yeah. Ooh. It's almost perfect. And your dough is chilled, so it does feel like it has the cold water in here. And I'm not Miss Baker, believe me. I'm not the baker. My sister Velma's the baker and stuff. I'm gonna just put just a tad of water. Yeah, my sister Velma, is the baker. Oh, that girl can bake anything. And she can make it look beautiful, you know, and stuff. So which is nice. She got that talent. I cook. So she bakes and I cook. And so, and I can decorate cakes and stuff. It's just not my forte, I guess, you know, as they say. And so anyways, ooh, nice. So I'm going to take this out. It's just perfect. And look, my oven is already heating up to 345. Yeah. So it'll be perfect. It's almost like you're making, you just don't have the anise in here. And the added sugar and the egg and whatnot. But anyways, so this is just nice. And then you dust your counter in just a little bit. I was gonna make one big one, but I might make a medium one and a small one. Well, we'll see. I have the big pan out already. Look how nice this is. You know, and like I say, everybody makes dough different. This is the way my husband Jesse's grandmother taught me how to make it. And then Grandma Julia also taught me how to make it. She was like my adopted grandma and stuff. And so we lived at these apartments, and she was just the most amazing woman. She was so full of the Spirit. She was just so full of the gift of the Holy Spirit. And she was just such a wonderful, wonderful woman, you know. You get the rolling pin. Isn't this cool? Check it out. Let's sit for a second. I check my... Okay, everything's going well. So anyways, look at... This is so nice. Welcome everyone to Margaret's Kitchen. Thank you for joining me. It's so... You know what? It's so humbling, and it's just so nice to see so many people that love to cook like I do and stuff, you know. And I may just go ahead and roll this whole thing out instead of... That's what I think I'll do. Check it out. I'm going to get some dusting flour. Just my countertop. My butcher block with it. I love this butcher block. My nephew Philip made this for me. And I just love it. Sice and Sons cabinets in Los Lunas. And so he made this for me, and oh, it's just, I just love it. It's just so nice. Check it out. And my oven's done. It's done heating, and which is good. I leave it there. So I put a little bit of flour. And I just roll it out the way she used to roll it. So I may just regret wanting to roll the big dough right away. Nah. Put some more flour. It's coming out pretty good. And I have big cookie sheets, you know, for making pastelitos. So everybody has different cookie sheets. So you measure you do your pie crust as big as your cookie sheet. I'm doing mine as big as my cookie sheet. Let me show you the cookie sheet. See, this is, I don't even know what size it is. Let me see. Oh, it's a 36 by 14. Wow. So this is mine. And so it's big. You can tell I cook a lot because everything's big in this house. Ooh, that one's looking good. I know some people are going to say, hey, you're doing it wrong. You should have done it this way. You should have just cut the dough in half. I know, but I like doing it this way. You know, I really do. And then when I cut the edges, I'll make another top for it. It'll be good. Everything's good. And thin. Again, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia. Oh. Roll your shoulders, and do squats. Remember. But anyways, let me see. Come to this side. My sister, you know, she bakes perfect. She's the only sister I have that can bake the way that she does. You know, my other sisters can bake, but not the way this sister bakes. And, you know, this sister, her mother-in-law was a baker. And her sister-in-law. And so she learned to do a lot of stuff from them as well. You know, I mean, she, because that's how they grew up. They grew up eating desserts and things like that. Our dessert was arroz dulce, you know, sweet rice, and egg pudding was a major treat for us. So my sister, she really, really learned to bake wonderful. She really did. I might just make, I don't make it too thick either. And everybody rolls, like I say, everybody rolls their pie dough differently. Everybody does. And I think I'll just do the other. Look at this. It's like really, I mean like really, really thin. And stuff. Well, and not only that, I like it to be a little flaky, not too, wow, that looks good. And you know what? I think I'm gonna make a smaller one. Hold on. Don't forget, you guys, to subscribe to my YouTube channel and invite everybody to watch. I would so appreciate it. And let me show you the two other sizes so that you can know exactly what to do. So see, so here's another one. And here's this size. This is my oldest pan. I've had this pan, I think, since we got married. But I love it. I mean, it's such a nice pan. And anyways, so I think I'm going to do this one and stuff so you all can see it. Just want to wipe it. And then what I'm going to do is look at that. I'm going to do this over the sink. Look, see the difference? Look at that. Love it. So anyways, let's see if I can roll it. I've never had luck just rolling it, but like I say, this is for my family's cooking and it's all right, you know. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. I love it. So then you kind of pick it up and then you roll it. Nice, check it out. So bring it down. Nice, check that out. Get a little fork, make a little bit of holes because I don't want it to. Just a few, just in case. Just a few. See, guys? So then, I might cut the edges off because this is what I'll use to make the top dough. My husband said a while ago, he goes, God, I can taste him already. And I start laughing because I haven't made him for a little while. I think since we were in California in the winter, I made some there for our aunt. Our aunt, she's 92. And every time we go visit her, I always try to make her food that she just loves, you know, and that she grew up with and stuff. She doesn't cook anymore. And so, anyways, so I try to do this for her. And then you get your other ball and do this. Okay. So I'm going to get some of my, look how wonderful. Spread it in there. Nice, nice, nice. This is a quart jar. That's how much I made. It was a quart. You don't want to make it too thick. So probably use maybe half. Never know how much I'll use. Nice. Because when you make it too thick, you don't want your filling to go sliding all over, and then when you go to cut it, you're not able to, so. And you know that I'm doing this from scratch. Why? Because my videos are long, so you see it from one point to another. And this is a regular size cookie sheet. Nice. Ooh, God, you guys, if you could smell this, oh my gosh. Okay, so about half the jar is what I ended up using. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside for just a second so I can roll out the rest of my dough. Should be enough to cover the top. I know, it's like, don't you have anything to say today? Yeah, I do. I always have something to say, you know. I was laughing because my cousin, I was thinking about my cousin Macon in Missouri. She told her mom, cousin always has stories about the family and, you know, growing up and this and that. She really enjoyed, which surprised my cousin because she was like, I couldn't believe she watches your videos. I was like surprised, you know. And so, which made me feel so good because that's what, you know, I mean, you want people to look at your videos, and I'm glad that I was able to, you know, my cousin was able to, you know, to get something out of it, you know, out of my stories and stuff. And then, of course, other people that I don't know, you know, they'll message me through my website and www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. So they'll message me and they'll just tell me, you know, the stories, you know, I love to hear you talk. I love to watch you cook, you know. And it's just more because I'm just doing it, you know. I mean, I cook from the heart. I'm not out for anything, but my cookbook, I'm glad that I finally did it. It took me a long time. I wrote my first recipe in 2000, and it took me until this past February to finally release it. And so I was, you know, excited at the same time, but at the same time it was sad for me because, as you all know, you know, I lost my father. It'll be 6 years in just a few weeks in September, and I miss him so much every day. He was my cheerleader, you know, and he was a stern dad, but he was no nonsense. He really was no nonsense. He couldn't stand gibberish, you know, and that was just him, you know. He was a good and faithful servant of God. He really was. And he wasn't perfect, but you know what? He loved his kids. He loved us so much, you know, and the grandkids were his bonus because he was able to really just enjoy the grandkids. And his great-grandchildren, he only got to meet a few of them. But his grandchildren, oh my God, the first 4 older ones, Victoria, Isaac, and Jacob, and Rachel, it was like, he just loved those. He just loved them, you know. The rest of them, he got to know. He didn't get to see a lot of them have their children that, you know, like Heather had her baby after he passed. My niece Bernadette had her baby after he passed. So it was just, so he didn't get to meet a lot of the great-grandchildren. But the ones that he did meet, those are his bonus. He loved them. You know, he loved hanging out with them. He just loved them. You know, and there wasn't a time where Dad just didn't want to be around him, you know. Of course, when he got sick, you can only do so much when you're sick. Hey, check it out. Yay. Wonder that'll be enough? We'll make it work, right? But anyway, so he, like I always tell everybody, I just had a good dad. He was a good dad, you know, and those that have had good dads, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, good dads are not always easy to find, you know, and stuff. I don't have bad memories of my father, I have very good memories of my dad. Like I said, he was a stern man. He was a strong man. He was honorable. If he, you know what, if he felt the need, he defended, he would stand up for you no matter what. And he would plead the case. You know, that's just the kind of man that he was. You know, oh look, haha. You know, he was just a wonderful, honorable man, you know, and I miss him every single day. Oh, yay, it looks good. You know, rolling. And anyways, and so he just, you know, he was everything to me. He really was. And him and I had a really good relationship and stuff. And sometimes you know, maybe it was because I left early on. And, you know, I was married when I was 16. And so, you know, he loved, you know, I loved hanging out with him and my mom. We used to hang out all the time, all of us. And we went everywhere with my mom and dad. They'd always invite us, you know, let's go with us here, let's go with us there. And so this pie, I must really be thinking of Jesse's grandmother because it looks just like hers, you know. She'd always have to do what she called patchwork and stuff. So I love it. It's coming out just like Grandma Frances, you know. And so she's with me today and stuff. But anyways, and so she'd always say, you have to patch it, you know, páchalo. And so I'm good. Se mira bonito, she would say, it looks beautiful, you know. And so she didn't care, you know, and stuff. Nothing went to waste. And so she said those are the best pieces, the ones where you had to patch and stuff. So I love it. So this really is reminding me of my husband's grandmother. And like I said, she's the one who taught me how to make her pies and stuff. So I love it. But anyways, and so yeah, so I was married when I was 16, and Jesse, he joined the Navy right out of high school. He was on his way to the sea, and he did that for 4 years, for the first 4 years of our married life. You know, I don't know if I was really married or not because he was gone those first 4 years so much. And so, but you know what? He gave us a good life. And, you know, I never really he never, you know, no matter the hard times, I think is that no matter what, he never said, you got to get out there and work, you know, go work, you know, never. His concern was really just his children, his wife. And because by the time I was 19, I had our second child, because I had Victoria when I was 16. I was pregnant at 15, had her at 16. And so, you know, it was okay. It was all good, you know. And Jesse just never, you know, he was just never one to say, do this, go do that, you know. I hear some. And so his grandmother would get the edges like this, and she just would kind of roll. I don't know why, but she would. Oh, maybe it's because of the patchwork, right? And then she'd get a fork and make a little design. You know, the thing about our, you know, the elders is that they did everything con gusto, you know, with ganas. And they made everything just look beautiful. A fork was their decorating tool, you know, or their fingers, you know, because they would twist everything and whatnot. And I think that's what I just love so much about cooking, and what I learned from his grandmother is that that's what she would do. It was just like, just roll, you know, and then sometimes she'd make little designs or whatnot, you know. But anyway, so yeah, so Dad and I, you know, we were the best of friends. Dad and I were very good friends, you know. And so when I do stuff like this, you know, I think of Dad. I think about my grandmothers, my grandfathers, and I was on the phone with Mijita Victoria this morning, and we were talking about my dad and just talking about life in general, and and like I told her, I said, although I was young when I was pregnant with you, I told her, Grandpa and Grandma they were just always they were supportive. Of course, they don't want their young child to get pregnant at such a young age. Of course not. Who does? But you know what? From the moment that I the initial shock more with my dad. My mom wasn't so in shock. I don't know why. Moms are different, But anyways, and so my dad he was okay. I mean, he was shocked. He didn't like beat me or anything like that. No, he didn't touch me. He didn't hit me or nothing like that. Because back then in those days, it was okay to knock your child, to knock them out, and stuff. But hey, look at us kids. We all grew up good. I mean, a lot of that generation, we grew up with morals and values and just that respect, and stuff. So, you know what? The belt didn't kill any of us and stuff. And not that they didn't live by the belt, but you know what I'm saying. But anyway, so my dad was just supportive, and he did everything he could to, for Victoria and I and whatnot. Even with Jesse gone, he, my dad was just supportive, him and my mother. I couldn't have asked for better parents, because I know that some parents get so disappointed, they disown their children, and, and that's not who my dad was, and or my mom, Look at this. Ha! Check it out! Woohoo! And so anyways, I'm going to do a couple of holes. A few holes anyways. And then I'm going to dust the top with milk and a little bit of sugar. And then check it out. But anyways, and so it was all, it was all good. Everything was okay, and stuff. You can't help what happens in life. You just can't, There's a purpose for everything, and for everything there's a purpose. There's reasons for everything. And and that's how I was raised, Of course you want I gotta get the cinnamon. I'm gonna put a little bit of cinnamon in my sugar. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna mix it. Kind of make a little sugar cinnamon. But see, just like this. I know that Jesse's salivating in there. Check it out. Looks good, huh? So anyways, and then what I'm going to do real quick, what did I thought I had another one. Okay. So anyways, what I'm going to do, oh, it's here, is I'm going to get a little bit of milk. And I had a can of evap milk, so which is okay. So then what I'm going to do is get my brush, my pastry brush, get this milk like this. And this gives it such a nice crust. And you can use fresh milk, you can use whatever milk you have. You can, Grandma never used an egg or nothing like that. Some people do. See how nice? It looks great. Make sure to get all the edges. How's that? Check it out. Okay, now that's done. Now I'm gonna get the cinnamon sugar. Okay, check that out. Woohoo! Okay, I'm gonna put it in the oven. It's a 400-degree oven. That came out wonderful. Anyway, so, and you know what? While we're all doing this, I'll make us a quick breakfast. I'm going to use this bowl. And I'm going to put this back in the refrigerator. Have half left. I made yesterday had some, I have some sausage left. I'm gonna use the same pan because it was just a dough pan, and I'm not gonna dirty anything else. He's going, oh my God! That dough. It's just dough. It's just flour and dough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few eggs in here. Get some cheese. Make Jessie a nice spinach omelet while we're waiting for that to cook. So by the time this is done, that'll be done. So here's already, there's a little bit of oil in here. So I'm going to do is put this. I'm going to use a little bit of this milk. Like I said, this is just my dough bowl. My dough bowl. Everything is pretty twisting today. All my words, I don't know what's wrong with that picture. Anyways, and then I'm going to do some salt, pepper, and garlic. Just a little bit of garlic. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. I'm going to put the check. Because I know he's hungry. So we get a little bit of the sausage. This is the sausage from the calzones last night that we had left over, so I'm putting it in here. So it's Italian sausage. You want it to heat up. I'll leave it here because I'm going to use it again. Look, check it out. Because I want you guys to be able to see. And then he likes the orange cheese. And then he loves spinach. And then we have some mushrooms. So I'll put him some spinach in just a second and mushrooms. And all this was from our calzones last night. The calzones, like I said, they came out delicious. Okay, so now I'm going to put the egg in. Yeah, I just use the same bowl. And it's cooking for us. I mean, this is our cooking for us, not cooking for anybody, even though everybody can come and eat if they want to. Come on down. Okay, so I'm going to let that for a little bit. And then I'm going to begin mine. I'll use the rest of my milk. And I'm going to put a little bit of water. Ready to go? Oh yeah, this is, okay. So then, I'm going to do the spinach, just a little bit. A handful. And then the mushrooms. And then his cheese. Ooh, nice, 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 nice. Get a cover. Get a plate. Okay, now for mine, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic, and I'm putting some I'm going to put some olives in mine. Again, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia, tu sangre es tu sangre. The name of my New Mexico, authentic New Mexico cookbook. You know what? And we're making pastelitos from a mixed fruit and stuff, so it's like really nice. Ooh! Perfecto. Anyways, so, and while my pastelitos are in the oven, I decided to make a couple of nice omelets for us for breakfast because we have not eaten. And let me see. Oh, they're coming out good. Here's Jesse's. I'm gonna do my spoon. Oh, an off day for me today. Warm up just a little bit. Add just a little bit of oil, and it's extra virgin olive oil that I just used. Okay, so this is just about done. And with mine, I'm just doing mushrooms and meat and olives. Check that out. There, didn't have to dirty anything else. So anyway, so I'm gonna mix this just a little bit, just so that all the egg can cook in there. Like that. Okay. That's pretty good, huh? Did all kinds of stuff in just a short period of time. So come on down, who wants to try pastelitos? I'm going to check my nice, check it out. Okay, my should be just about done so that I can put my vegetables in. Oh, nice. Okay, almost ready. Okay. And you know, I rarely put my rolling pin in water, you know. Just wipe it really well and put it away. Again, that's how we learned. I mean, we learned from our parents, our mothers, our grandmothers on what they used to do. And hey, nobody got food poisoning back then and stuff, so hey, something there to say about that, huh? But anyway, so then, okay, now I'm gonna do the mushrooms and the olives. So move this over here. Looking good. There's just a little bit of mushrooms. The olives, I'm gonna get a spoon. Because, you know, they're wet. Okay, and I'm using mozzarella. Cover it for just a few seconds. Enough time to put everything away. I'm gonna wipe the counter, my butcher block down. Like I said, my nephew made me this butcher block and I just loved it. Philip from Sice & Sons Cabinets and custom furniture. They do custom furniture. It's just wonderful. And so if you guys need cabinets or anything, Sice & Sons in Los Lunas and stuff. So I love my butcher block, and then they made me the stools to go with it. So I love it. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, this is ready. Turn. This came out, looks divine. Looks really good. And I don't expect it to be perfect. So it's all good. All the part, I'm good with it. Keep the hot water on for a second. Okay, check our pastelitos. Oh my God, look at this. Can you guys see in the oven? It's looking good. My stuff back up here. I'll get a fork. See if Mr. wants to come in and try his omelet. I love messy omelets. Love it. It looks almost like a burrito. Don't matter to me. This looks like it's hot. Mine is messy because I just mostly use mushrooms. Jesse, would you like to come and try?
I'm not dressed.
He's not dressed, he says. Okay, let's try this omelet. Huh? Come on. You don't have to be on camera. Just try it. Let's see. He doesn't want to be on camera. This is his spinach and the Colby cheddar and stuff and mushrooms. You're not on camera. Let me just give you a taste and tell me what you think. Here's his. So I'm going to give him a bite. There you go.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Perfect. Great. Okay, here's mine. Oh my God. Messy and wonderful. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Well, the pastelitos are just about done. I'm gonna sign off. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining me this morning in Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia. Tu sangre es tu sangre. I'm gonna let you see in the oven. My pastelitos are cooking good. And again, thank you so much for joining me in Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia. Tu sangre es tu sangre. My authentic New Mexico cookbook. Thank you all so much. Love you all. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And you know what? continue inviting people to watch my channel on YouTube, Margaret's Kitchen NM. And you know what? If you haven't been able to get my cookbook, I have only just a few left on my website, NM Cookbook, mariabaca.com, www. Don't forget. And you can watch me on YouTube, Margaret's Kitchen NM. And also look at my Amazon store. I have a lot of different cookbooks on my Amazon store, as well as my own, some wonderful regional cookbooks. And that one is amazon.com /shops/Maria Baca. And you'll see it. You'll see everything on there. Again, thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And God bless you. And look for my cookbook. And invite all your friends to my pages and to my group and everything. God bless you. I love you. Don't forget to do your squats. Talk to you soon. Bye.